Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ways to Learn English. I'm Alex,
And I'm Maya.
and we're back with the second part of today's lesson on how to keep small talk going in English.
In the first part, we talked about something really important. Good small talk is not just question after question after question.
Exactly. It's reaction, rhythm, and knowing how to build naturally from what the other person just said.
So now we're moving into the next challenge.
Yes. What do you do when your mind suddenly goes blank? How do you keep the conversation moving? How do you change topics smoothly? And how do you avoid sounding repetitive, forced, or awkward?
Because that is where a lot of learners struggle.
Exactly. Starting is one thing, continuing is another.
So if you've ever had a conversation in English that began well and then slowly collapsed after 10 seconds,
This part is for you.
even in your own language,
Exactly. That is important to remember. Not every awkward pause means your English is bad. Sometimes conversations are just awkward because conversations are made by human beings.
that is both comforting and a little worrying.
Fair. Let's begin with one of the most useful ideas in small talk. You do not always need a completely new topic.
That already helps.
Yes. A lot of learners panic too early. They think, this topic is ending. I need another one right now.
And then they jump somewhere strange.
Exactly. The person says, I had a busy morning, and then suddenly the learner says, do you like documentaries?
A wild turn.
A very wild turn. Usually, before changing topics completely, you can stay with the current one just a little longer.
Okay, that sounds useful. Can you explain it with an example?
Of course. If someone says, yeah, I've had a busy day, a lot of learners think the conversation is already in danger. But actually, you still have several easy options. You can say, oh wow, one of those days? Or, busy in a good way or a stressful way? Or, are you almost done for the day? Or, yeah, it feels like everyone's busy today.
Right, so the topic still has space.
Exactly. You do not need a brand new subject. You just need one more natural step.
That seems like one of the biggest ideas in this episode.
I think it is. Because when you realize you don't have to invent a fresh topic every few seconds, small talk becomes much calmer.
And much more realistic.
Exactly. Real conversations do not jump wildly every 10 seconds. They usually grow in small, connected steps.
So if someone says, I'm tired, I don't need to escape that topic immediately.
No, you can stay there for another moment. You could say, long day? Or, yeah, you look a little tired, honestly. Or, I know that feeling.
That last one is good because it's not even a question.
Exactly. And that matters. Not every line needs to be a question.
I think a lot of learners need to hear that many times.
Probably. Because many people believe the only way to continue a conversation is to keep asking things.
But if every sentence is a question, it starts to feel intense.
Yes. It feels like pressure. And small talk usually works better when the pressure stays low.
So what should people use instead of constant questions?
Three things: reactions, comments, and shared feeling.
That sounds simple enough to remember.
Good. Because simple is better here. Let's take a quick example. How's your week going? Pretty busy. Now, instead of asking another fast question, you could react, oh wow, or make a comment. This week feels strangely fast. Or share a feeling. Honestly, same.
That already sounds more human.
Exactly. That's the goal. More human, less questionnaire.
I really think that's the difference. Like some conversations sound like people, some sound like paperwork.
Yes. And we want fewer paperwork conversations.
Please.
Now let's go into the next problem. Dead-end answers.
Yes, those painful little answers that give you almost nothing.
Exactly. You ask something normal, and the other person says, yeah, maybe, kind of, not really, sometimes.
And then you stand there with your soul leaving your body.
A very common social experience.
So what should people do?
First, do not panic. A short answer does not always mean you failed.
That's important.
It is. Sometimes the other person is shy. Sometimes they are tired. Sometimes they just naturally speak briefly. Sometimes they need a little more space before they say more.
So the first lesson is not to blame yourself immediately.
Exactly.
And then?
Then you have a few options. Option 1. Reopen the question a little. For example, do you come here often? Sometimes. You can say, oh nice, is it one of your regular places?
That gives them more room?
Exactly. Option 2. Add a comment first. Any plans tonight? Not really. You can say, honestly, that sounds kind of perfect.
That's good, because it makes the short answer feel acceptable, not awkward.
Exactly. And then the person may continue with, yeah, I'm really tired. Or, exactly, I just want a quiet night.
So the comment makes it easier for them to expand.
Yes. Option 3. Turn the topic slightly. Are you from around here? Yeah. Then you say, oh, nice. Then you probably know all the good places.
That's really smooth.
Because it stays connected, but changes the angle.
I think that's one of the best practical skills in small talk.
It really is. Turning the topic slightly is much more natural than abandoning it completely.
Can we do a few more quick examples?
Absolutely. Busy week? A little. Possible response. Yeah, I think everyone's running around lately. Did you do much this weekend? Not really. Possible response? Sometimes those are the best weekends, honestly. Do you like your job? Mostly. Possible response. That feels like the most honest answer anyone can give about work.
I really like that last one.
Me too. Because it sounds real. And real often works better than clever.
That's a great rule for small talk.
It is. Real is better than clever.
Now let's talk about what to do when your mind goes blank.
Yes. This is one of the biggest problems for English learners. You understand the person. You even have a general idea of what you want to say, but the words do not arrive fast enough.
Exactly.
So here is one of the most helpful strategies. React first, think second.
I love that.
Because if you try to build the perfect sentence immediately, you may freeze.
Very true.
But if you start with a simple reaction, you create a natural pause while your brain catches up.
Can you give examples?
Of course. Someone says, I'm flying out tomorrow morning. You can react, oh wow. Now you have a second to think. Then continue. Travel for work or for fun?
Nice.
Someone says, I only moved here a month ago. You react, ah, okay. Then continue. Still getting used to everything?
That sounds very manageable.
Exactly. Someone says, I actually work nights. React, really? Then continue. That must completely change your routine.
So these tiny reactions are not just nice, they're useful.
Very useful. They are conversation tools.
And they also make you sound more natural.
Exactly. Because native speakers and fluent speakers use small reactions all the time.
Can you give listeners a small list of holding reactions they can use when their brain needs a second?
Absolutely. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Really? Gotcha. Fair enough. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I can imagine. Honestly, same. That sounds good.
That's a great list. Not too big, but very useful.
Yes. And learners do not need 50 perfect expressions. They just need a small set they can use comfortably.
Now, what about changing topics naturally?
Great. Because sometimes the current topic really is ending. And that's normal.
Right, we don't want to stay on one tiny topic forever.
Exactly. At some point, you do need to move. But the best transitions usually come from something already in the conversation.
So not a random jump.
Exactly. A bridge is better than a jump.
I like that.
Here are some easy bridges you can move through: time, place, routine, shared situation, something the person just mentioned.
Let's go through those one by one.
Sure. First, time. If someone says, "This week has been so busy," you can say, "Hopefully the weekend is calmer." Now you've moved naturally from this week to weekend plans.
That's very smooth.
Second, place. If someone says, "I'm really tired today," you might say, "Well, this cafe helps a little." Now you move into the place you're both in.
Easy.
Third, routine. If someone says, "I was up really early this morning," you can say, "Are you usually an early person, or was today unusual?"
That's a very good bridge.
Fourth, shared situation. Maybe you're both waiting somewhere, or both at work, or both at an event before it starts. You can say things like, "This place is busier than usual. They always play good music here. I think everyone needed coffee today. This line is moving so slowly."
Those all feel natural because they come from the moment.
Exactly. The moment gives you material. Fifth, use what they just mentioned. If they say, "I'm meeting some friends later," you can say, "Oh, nice. Old friends or newer friends?"
So the conversation keeps growing from what is already there.
Exactly. That is one of the biggest secrets of natural conversation. You do not create everything from nothing. You build from what is already present.
Can we do one longer example of that?
Absolutely. Let's say this is the conversation. "How's your day going?" "Pretty good." "Little busy?" "Yeah, same. This week feels fast." "Seriously, I can't believe it's already Thursday. Do you have a busy weekend too, or is it calmer?" "Actually, I'm meeting some friends on Saturday." "Oh, nice. Friends from work or old friends?" "Old friends from college." "That's nice. Do you still see them often?"
That's really good. It all feels connected.
Exactly. That's what you want.
Now I want to talk about repetition.
Very important.
Because sometimes learners know a few safe phrases and use them again and again.
Exactly. For example, "Oh, really? That's nice. How about you?" All good phrases. But if you repeat them too much, your English can sound automatic.
So how do we avoid that?
You do not need huge variety, just a little flexibility. For positive reactions, you can rotate between, "Oh, nice. That sounds good. That sounds fun. Very nice. That's great." For understanding, "That makes sense. Fair enough. Yeah, I get that. I can imagine. Honestly, same." For surprise, "Really? Oh, wow. No way. Wow, okay."
That already helps a lot.
Yes. And the same is true for questions. Instead of always saying, "Why?" you can also say, "How come? What made you start? How's that been? What's that like? Still getting used to it? Was that a big change?"
That sounds much more natural.
Exactly. Small variation makes a big difference.
What about how about you? Because I know learners use that one a lot.
Yes, and it's useful. But it can sound repetitive if you use it every single time. So you can also say, "What about you? And you? How's your week been? How's yours going? Same for you or not really? What's it been like for you?"
That's great. It keeps the conversation balanced without sounding robotic.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about something important. What if the conversation is just ending naturally?
Excellent question. Because many learners think a successful conversation must continue for a long time.
Which is not true.
Exactly. A short, warm conversation can be a complete success.
That takes off so much pressure.
It really does. Not every small talk moment is supposed to become a deep friendship or a long conversation.
Sometimes 2 minutes is enough.
Absolutely. Sometimes 30 seconds is enough.
So how do you end naturally?
Very simply. Anyway, I'll let you get back to it. Nice talking to you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope the rest of your week is calmer. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your coffee. Good luck with the rest of your meetings.
Those are really useful
Yes. And once you know how to end comfortably, small talk becomes less stressful.
because you know you are not trapped.
Exactly.
Can we do a few short real-life examples before we finish?
Definitely.
Let's do cafe first.
Of course. Looks like everyone needed coffee today.
Seriously, this place is always busy.
Yeah, but people keep coming back.
The coffee is worth it.
True. Do you usually get the same thing, or do you change it up?
Usually the same.
Honestly, I respect that. Once people find the right drink, they stay loyal.
That sounds very natural.
Exactly. And notice that one line, there was just a comment, not a question.
Right, which makes the conversation feel lighter.
Exactly.
Okay, one at work.
Sure. Hey, how's your day going so far?
Pretty good, just a little rushed.
Yeah, same. One of those mornings.
Definitely.
Are you in meetings all day, or do you get a break later?
A couple more this afternoon.
Ah, okay. Hopefully the later ones are at least useful.
That's good because it sounds supportive, not too personal.
Exactly.
Now maybe one at a casual event.
Good idea. How do you know the host?
We used to work together.
Oh, nice. Was that recent or a while ago?
A few years ago now?
Ah, okay. So you've known each other a long time.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's nice. Do you still work in the same field?
That transition is really smooth.
Yes, because it stays close to what the person already said.
Can we talk briefly about shared feeling again? Because I think that's something that really helps conversations sound natural.
Absolutely. Shared feeling is one of the easiest ways to make small talk feel warm.
So that means lightly connecting to what the other person said?
Exactly. Not taking over, just meeting them there for a moment. If they say, "It's been a long week," you can say, "Yeah, I know the feeling." Or, "Honestly, same." Or, "This week has felt strangely long."
That sounds much more human than just firing another question.
Exactly. It creates connection.
But there's a balance, right?
Definitely. Shared feelings should be light and proportional.
Meaning,
If someone says, "I'm tired," you don't need to answer with a huge emotional story about your life.
please don't.
Please don't. A small response is enough. Examples. "Yeah, those days are rough," or "I know that feeling," or "One of those weeks?"
So the idea is connect, but don't overwhelm.
Perfect.
Before we finish, can we go through a few common mistakes?
Yes. Let's do 4 simple ones. Mistake 1. Asking unrelated questions too quickly. "I'm visiting my cousin later." "Oh, nice. Do you like history?"
Very random.
Exactly. Stay connected longer. Mistake 2. Using no reactions. That creates the interview feeling. Mistake 3. Going too deep too fast. "I'm tired." What emotional pain is behind that?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Mistake 4. Trying too hard to sound advanced. Small talk works best with natural spoken English, not overly formal English.
So instead of trying to sound impressive, try to sound real.
Exactly. That may be the best advice in the whole lesson.
Can we end with one simple formula people can remember?
Yes. Here it is. React. Follow the door. Add a little. Continue.
That's really clear.
Step 1. React. Say something human. Step 2. Follow the door. Use what the other person just gave you. Step 3. Add a little. A comment, a feeling, a small observation. Step 4. Continue. Ask a connected question or gently shift to a nearby topic.
Can we do one quick example with that formula?
Of course, someone says, I'm going to my sister's place later. React. Oh, nice. Follow the door. They mention family and evening plans. Add a little, that sounds like a good way to spend the evening. Continue. Do you see her often?
That's perfect.
And once you practice this pattern a few times, small talk feels much less mysterious.
Because now it feels like a skill, not magic.
Exactly.
All right, let's summarize the biggest ideas from today.
First, when your mind goes blank, react first and think second.
Second, you do not always need a new topic. Sometimes you just need one more angle.
Third, if an answer feels short, don't panic. Reopen it gently, add a comment, or turn the topic slightly.
Fourth, use bridges. Move through time, place, routine, shared situation, or something the person just mentioned.
Fifth, not every line needs to be a question.
And sixth, a short conversation can still be a successful conversation.
Exactly.
I really like this topic because it makes small talk feel less scary.
Yes, it shows that good conversation is not about being brilliant. It's about being present, connected, and relaxed enough to take one small next step.
And that is something people can practice.
Absolutely. So if small talk in English has felt difficult for you, try not to practice everything at once. Pick one thing,
Maybe better reactions.
or smoother second questions.
Or one simple bridge, like moving from busy week to weekend plans.
Exactly. Small improvements make a big difference.
And also be kind to yourself.
Always.
Because not every conversation is amazing, even in your own language.
That is such an important reminder. Some conversations are just okay, and okay is completely normal.
So keep practicing, keep listening to how real people react and connect topics, and little by little, your small talk will start to feel easier and more natural.
See you in the next episode, and feel free to listen to our earlier episodes too.